A word of caution, Lord SWTOR. If my time investigating Darth Naal's work has taught me anything, she did not like visitors.
I do not fear the dead. I knew the moment you asked me here, you finally understood your limitations. It is no secret. Your role in the hand of the Empire should have gone to me. You are clever, I'll grant you that, but weak. We were never truly equals. Your expertise does have its uses, however. Get on with it.
As you wish. Do you know what this is? No, of course you don't.
The mouse shows some teeth. Amusing. But look at this. You've saved me so much time, Rivix.
Don't do anything foolish. You're right, SWTOR. We are not equals. But you do have your uses. Priority message for Keeper. I found something very interesting.
I'll kill you.
I don't fear the dead either.
Put it down.
Of course. Tau Adair, isn't it?
I'm not here to talk.
What a shame.
Would you look at that? Perfect timing. Here we go.
I've only just arrived, and you're already here to welcome me. Your hospitality is awe-inspiring.
Do you ever take anything seriously? I thought this was important.
What could be more important than appreciating good manners? This, perhaps. It belonged to Darth Nowell.
Was that so hard? Now, tell me what this is.
I have a theory, but that is all it is. A theory. I brought it to you in the hope that you could confirm it. Colonel Gola and Talos Drellick have been hard at work, combing through everything we've found, using the data to pinpoint other locations that may have been under Darth Nowell's control. But their expertise only reaches so far. You, however, have specialists and resources at your disposal that could identify what we've found.
If it belonged to an ancient Sith, then it's something Sana Rey should help with.
Sorry, boss, but you're not gonna find Sana Rey in her usual spot. Said she had some business to take care of on Voss.
When will she return?
Didn't say.
There must be someone else. What about your fascinating Hutt scientist, Dr. Ogorob? He must have something in his bag of tricks that can tell us anything about this artifact.
You would trust something this important to that pretentious Hutt?
I think that now is not the time to leave any stone unturned.
Fine. We'll see what he has to say.
Lead the way. I am eager to learn what secrets this relic may be hiding.
Not now, Sahar.
Just try. I know you have it in you.
That's not what your precious Jedi said.
It's what I'm saying.
Enough! I found my way without your sorcery. Had to cut my slave collar with this. She gave me a choice. Die or fight back. I fought, and I excelled, Sahar. The day I became a Mandalorian, I knew I found my home.
I hoped you would find success. You always had fire.
I had little choice. Some earn what they have. Some are given everything.
And some lose it all.
You dare speak to me about suffering?
Even the best armor has flaws. Spaces between plates of Beskar steel where blood can be drawn. The events of Runuk have shown me our flaws. I planned for Shevisla to find us. She did. I challenged her and was nearly defeated. An outcome that was not expected. How could my plans so miss the mark? I asked myself. I looked and looked, and finally found my answer. Someone did not honor their agreements. Someone valued credits over their own life. Bask's son used one of his pretty machines to make sure I didn't win the duel. He died like a coward. Because of him, we lost Runuk. Because of me, we gained a great deal more. Sahar, can you come up here? This one brought me something taken from the clutches of Darth Malgus. Something so powerful both the Sith and the Jedi race across the galaxy to claim it. With Sahar's help, we can unlock its secrets.
I told you, Hedda. We shouldn't do this. It's not safe.
You're right. It's never safe to change a galaxy. Never easy to fight corruption and hypocrisy. But your brother said you would face anything to restore balance. Each of you will gather the resources needed to make my vision a reality. You will have your assignments, but none will know the whole plan except myself and Sahar. At long last, we will take back what is ours.
I meant to say before, I ran into your old friend when I found Null's relic, Tau Adair. She put up quite a fight. She tries so fiercely to hide her contempt, yet she fails spectacularly.
I would dress you down for letting her escape, but at least I'll have another opportunity to pay her back for Corellia.
I have no doubt you'll get the chance. Eventually. I'm certain the Jedi will not rest until she has rescued the wayward Padawan.
Over here! I do believe I've found something. But first, you must tell me more about this containment device you encountered. What did it look like? How did it work?
The intricacies of the device were fascinating. I would be more than happy to go over the details.
I knew putting the two of you together was a bad idea.
Let's not disparage Dr. Ogorob for being thorough.
If you can spare a moment, Lord Rivix, we can speak afterward. Until then, I performed a scan that can identify dormant energy signatures, even if all that's left is the smallest trace, invisible to instruments you would find in more modest facilities. From the results, I can say with certainty that what you found is the remnant of a lightsaber. But there is more to the story.
I was beginning to think no one would ever tell me anything about Darth Nul that doesn't lead to more questions.
I aim to please. My equipment also found microscopic fragments of the lightsaber's power source. By all indications, the crystal used to construct the weapon originated in the Adika system.
That is curious. Before recent decades, Sith did not typically use Adegan crystals. They were favored by Jedi in Darth Nul's lifetime, if she lived as long ago as we hypothesize.
So, why did Darth Nul have a lightsaber that was built like a Jedi's?
A very pertinent question.
The answer may be more apparent than we think. We know Darth Nul created the Children of the Emperor. Perhaps she used the crystals in her method of binding Jedi prey to her master.
All we have are pieces of a broken lightsaber. I don't think we should jump to all these conclusions.
We may not have reached a conclusion, but I do believe we are finally heading toward one.
This might be the time to speak to Malgus again. You can ask about the interesting discoveries we've made here today.
I can't shake the feeling that Malgus doesn't know Darth Nul as well as he thinks he does. It's time I found out for sure.
I do not envy you having to attempt any sort of communication with that ill-tempered brute.
If we're finished here, I have places to be.
Dr. Ogorob's findings provide crucial insight into what Malgus was planning. Focusing on Darth Nul's work, the defected minds was an important clue. But the fact Null used both Sith and Jedi techniques was completely unexpected. Though I am at a loss as to why Malgus would want anything to do with someone who had ties to the Jedi. And let's not forget Darth Nul's holocron falling into the hands of Heta Kol.
You never slow down, do you?
This coming from you. I've seen you charge into action more times than I can count. Though truthfully, you're annoyingly adept at it. But, back to business. What we learned about Darth Nul's Jedi influence does give us something to go on, though admittedly not much. Looks like we have a visitor.
Tell these droids to get out of my way. I need to speak to Malgus.
They answer only to the Empress and cannot be overridden, Shay.
Some higher-up is all sweaty about my past contracts with Malgus. They've got no understanding of how those things work. It's not like Malgus and I are pals. I was hired to do a job, and I did it.
Perhaps, but permission to interrogate the prisoner is restricted to a select few.
I'm going to find out if he's working with Heta, with or without permission.
That's why I'm here. We all need to know more about his plan.
Don't you get it? With the holocron, Heta is part of that plan, willing or not.
You weren't interested in the holocron when we ran into Sahar.
I wasn't, but I won't let Heta use whatever's on there to hurt my people. Things have changed between us since Runic, but that doesn't matter right now. So, what's it gonna be?
You're not going in there. That's final.
Think about it. I'm the only one here who knows him. I get how he thinks, how he twists everything around, what's really important to him. I can make this happen.
This does not solve the issue those droids have with Shay.
Then put me on comms.
Comms? To listen in?
I don't like it. Any contact with Malgus is dangerous.
You're right, but I survived by his side longer than most. If you listen to me, we can trip him up.
This is a terrible risk, but time is short. We need something new to provoke Malgus. We'll be in full control. If anything seems out of place, we shut it all down.
The moment you cease being useful, you're cut off. Is that clear? She doesn't move from this spot.
Bottom line, threats are useless against Malgus. He fears nothing. You keep talking about putting an end to what he wants, and we'll get nowhere. Make him think you understand. That's the key to getting anything out of him.
Still sitting on the throne of defeat?
I told you he won't respond to that. Get him to think you're on his side.
We learned that Darth Nul used Jedi techniques in her work. Did you know about that?
Do you think there is any knowledge of Darth Nul that I do not already possess? It was only a matter of time before you discovered the connection. Her mastery of Jedi secrets is woven into all of her creation. Like her, my vision surmounts Jedi and Sith, Empire and Republic.
Showing our hand wouldn't have been my choice, but it got him talking. Ask about Heta.
But where does this all end? What happens if you succeed?
I will tear apart the corrupt systems that allow weakness to infect the galaxy. I will stop the rot. I will burn down all of their failing legacies and see who embraces the flame.
More of his mystical Osic. What about the holocron? Does Hera have something she can use against my people?
Who whispers in your ear? Shave Vizsla. Your thoughts are plain to me, Mandalore the Avenger. Your rage consumes you. There was a battle, and your prey slipped through your fingers. Your people are divided, while Heta Kol gathers her army. You are right to come begging for answers. Heta will destroy you.
Where is she? Dinila Hutun! Answer me!
Can you not see it? The past looms over us all, a shadow of unchanging history. There are fools who believe they can outrun the shadow. Without a flame to chase it away, it will consume them. They are doomed to repeat the same failures. None who have stood by my side have understood this. The only one who could have is my enemy. A shame that you and I must remain that way.
Nothing lasts forever.
Greetings. I'm relieved you answered. I must make an unusual request.
Someone somewhere is always asking something of me.
I understand that this is one request out of many, but the circumstances are unique. I have been summoned by the three. What they had to say has left me disquieted. Meet me at these coordinates on Voss, and I will explain in greater detail.
Others have been handling your responsibilities during your little personal visit. I needed you to help identify one of Darth Nul's relics, and you were nowhere to be found.
I apologize, but I could not have ignored an invitation from the three.
Then what you have to say better be important.
Your apprehension is understandable, even expected. But this is important. I will await your arrival.
We have enough mysteries to contend with without getting the Voss involved. They're not exactly known for being straightforward. Sana Ray sounded unlike herself. I do hope whatever she has to tell you isn't too troubling.
You have arrived. Good. I have been waiting to show you this. When we first uncovered the existence of Darth Nul, I could not imagine that tracing the origins of one of her relics would lead here, the members of the Force Enclave that we sent to the planet in wild space. I never regained contact with them, except for one final message that contained their findings. The man who sent it to me was changed. No doubt by what they endured and by what they found, what you are about to see. Darth Nul possessed a talent that was unique among her kind. Through the Force, she could connect her mind to another's. Darth Nul could speak to someone's most hidden desires, reach depths of their thoughts they could not reach themselves. Over great distances, she could mentally bond with anyone who could feel the Force. In those who did not recognize their own abilities, she awakened that realization. She was looked down upon for this by those who believed she shared power with the unworthy. She could find no favor among her kind. Darth Nul took those who would follow her to an empty world in wild space, where they could do as they pleased, without judgment. Nul taught her disciples how to forge mental bonds as she did. They called out to others and invited them to their sanctuary. But eventually, Nul made a connection with someone she did not intend. A being of dark malevolence, the Sith Emperor. He hunted her down, using her own power against her. Before the Emperor could reach her followers, Nul locked many of their secrets away in the ruins my team discovered. Nul and the others fought back against their captors, but their fate was sealed. The Emperor dominated the minds of her disciples, bent them to his will, enslaved them. After that day, Nul's followers became servants of the Emperor, and she became Darth Nul.
Why did someone as powerful as the Emperor take interest in such an outsider?
Many reasons. The Emperor was always searching for methods to increase his power, to expand his armies, and Nul could provide them. And if the Jedi learned that someone they had expelled from their order was building the Emperor's weapons, that would have been a powerful blow.
Don't the Jedi claim to protect people, and they let that happen?
I do not have much to say about how the Jedi conduct themselves. Voss also live by rules that many outsiders consider inflexible. The account of Darth Nul's removal from the Jedi is told from her own perspective. We do not know much about what transpired before that, other than what she was called, Master Renaya.
Malgus knows about Master Renaya and everything else about Darth Nul's past, I'm sure of it. We're chasing shadows and making fools out of ourselves.
But now the truth has come to light. If Malgus wanted to hide it forever, he failed.
All that you found about Darth Nul, why did I have to come to Voss to hear it?
After I heeded the Three's request to return to Voss, I heard whisperings. Rumors of a vision that caused great concern among the mystics. The Three forbade them to speak about what was seen. A revelation centered on Darth Malgus.
All this sneaking around and secrecy for what? A bad dream?
The visions of the mystics are more than that. The Three know well the value you would place on hearing the details of this vision. But they would never share them with an outsider, even one of your status, unless you gave them a reason to.
I saved this planet from the brink of total destruction. Isn't that enough?
For some, yes. But we must sway those who believe you brought Valen's attack upon Voss. From the damage she caused, there may be a way. Despite our best efforts, some of our most sacred temples have yet to be rebuilt in the years since Valen's assault. The Shrine of Contemplation is too deep within Gormak lands. The work is slow, even with aid from the few Gormak who have chosen to continue their alliance with the Voss. The three are overseeing progress at the Shrine of Contemplation now. If you were to approach them and offer your assistance, perhaps you will change their minds about the vision. You have a reputation of persistence and tenacity. They will not turn you away so easily.
I can tell when someone is stringing me along. Either the three cooperate or I walk.
A fair proposition. Here are the coordinates for the Shrine of Contemplation. I will send a message ahead to the commandos there to expect your arrival.
Greetings. I am Maton Jar. This is Kodum. Sonoray sent word that you would be joining us. You keep the company of strange associates. I wonder, is it a testament to your character? Together, we, the Shrine Restoration Initiative, have rebuilt much of the damage inflicted during the Eternal Empire's attack. Many shrines in the vicinity of Voska are fully restored. We understand that you hope for an audience with the three. They are here, but wholly consumed with seeing us expedite our work on the Shrine of Contemplation. Should you help us arrive at our goal? They have lost control of the excavation droids. That is troubling. Wait. Before one enters the Shrine of Judgment, one must be cleansed. The workers perform this ritual before entering the shrine. The outsider must do the same. The outsider will prevent any harm from coming to them. But unless the ritual is performed, desecration of the shrine is assured. To ignore their call for help would be the greater sin. I cannot force you to do the cleansing ritual, outsider, especially in this urgent situation. But should you choose to honor the customs of Voss, go to the Altar of Clarity, at the edge of the settlement. I will guide you through the ritual.
Tran vienmongi ho vabaka vihutroi kwatu fulam. Wamingwang kam jiwan kwamak gilan va. Ne so fonde ko nagda neva ayak nagnan ni matan. Kundi tremoyo potkum masang. Why back lam vika kum tombay te? Nikuwai tapwai chakamran. Kumongi wai he triole. Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Nikuwai tapwai chakamran. Kumongi wai he triole. Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Huavaska, bam ki na kungham trong wan lao, the chow troksha. Nei so fun de ko naga neva e ak nagnan ni matan. Ni goya kutobom, kum matfa twang kan voyamang. Kum niku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Ang pak kinoto min fu. Drojin trankan. Nambo mongbon tulran kati kumimu ko namba o kung klung sa am doting namani how lay mai. Kwai kong ni bao li ching tong dorong lao. Huavaska bam ki na kung ham trong wan lao the chow troksha. Nei so fun de ko naga neva e ak nagnan ni matan. Boy siguro umak rangma gabafute. Kum niku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Dan foi futagan aknan chok tontay. Vebegor ne so fun. Niku wai tapwai chakamran. Kumongi wai he triole. Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Dan foi futagan aknan chok tontay. Vebegor ne so fun. Ne so fun de ko naga neva e ak nagnan ni matan. Huavaska, bam ki na kungham trong wan lao, the chow troksha. Vito wat dingo tangmu. Niku wai tapwai chakamran. Kumongi wai he triole. Nei so fun de ko naga neva e ak nagnan ni matan. Wai baklam hikya kum tombay te. Huavaska, bam ki na kungham trong wan lao, the chow troksha. Niku wai tapwai chakamran. Kumongi wai he triole. Dan foi futagan aknan chok tontay. Vebegor ne so fun. Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. O kung klung sa am doting namani how lay mai. Ne so fun de ko naga neva e ak nagnan ni matan. Niku wai tapwai chakamran. Kumongi wai he triole. Kiromok, wandeling rova den oirin. Dan foi futagan aknan chok tontay. Vebegor ne so fun. Vito wat dingo tangmu. Vaidelen tang korkadi lavat.
Eyes on the floor. Do you hear me? We can't have you running around messing things up.
Kontrai kua vaidram namaya chong dito.
What did I just say about not moving? Stay put. It's for your own good. Heads up, we got an intruder! I don't have time for this!
time for this! I don't have time for this! I don't have time for this!
Den futagan achnan choktontai, vebegor nesafun. Ni go wide up why chakamran. Kumongi why he triole.
Lumbomu ambun tuturulan katehe kumni mu konamban. Kumnue jiwai mam lui chao tapai luengor senao lam la sao.
Kumniku why bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun ei lam sayo. Nei så fundi ko nagda neva ei aknagnan ni matan. Ni go wide up why chakamran. Kumongi why he triole. Kumniku why bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun ei lam sayo. Nei så fundi ko nagda neva ei aknagnan ni matan. Den futagan achnan choktontai, vebegor nesafun. Lambo mongbon tulran kati, kumin mo ko namban. Boy siguro umak rangba gabafute. Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun ei lam sayo. Hiro lohem kwang chabat. Egoti kon diptuvos kaglor. Tinkai trebenkoi na tindagam.
We had no warning to give. It is absurd to think we knew anything and failed to inform you. This is our home, as much as it is yours.
Kwai kong ni bao li ching tong doro nao. Den futagan achnan choktontai, vebegor nesafun.
There is a considerable amount of Gormak technology in this. How did the invaders come to possess this? That is all you will say about this. I see. But it is I who am accused of withholding information? Our researchers will study this device, and divine its purpose. Doing so will allow us to track the invaders, and avoid unnecessary destruction. Your actions have given us leverage in this fight, but the harm done has been extensive. Our work in the Shrine of Contemplation was already behind. Zerka's presence has thrown the reconstruction into chaos. Some damage can be repaired. But if we cannot complete the restoration, it will leave a lasting scar. Until the work has resumed, the three will not turn their attention to you. You have proven to be more than capable for such a task. Let our people do their work, and we minimize battle in our most sacred places. Perhaps this is hard for an outsider to understand. You are very skilled at what you do. Rare talent combined with training that sets you apart. Now, imagine you are part of a society that works to hone your abilities to a greater purpose. Our shrines are built for this singular purpose. But now those shrines, built over generations, are destroyed. Reduced to rubble by the Eternal Empire. In that moment, it was as if our eyes were shut. We were cut off from our purpose. We do not restore buildings. We ignite our purpose once more. Until we find that light again, everything else, the invaders, the truce, the relics, is secondary. Perhaps. But as I said, we cannot risk chaos in the tunnels because of a random search. Never fear. There is much to be done. We need help in ways other than stopping the invaders. Offer your skills, and the three will notice. Do you understand? The importance of what they do cannot be understated. Now, I must update the three on the situation. They will be understandably curious about how the invaders obtained Gormak technology. You have been busy aiding the restoration efforts. I make no promises, but the three may grant an audience. Of course, if you provide additional help, they will look favorably upon any business you conduct with them. They did. I have their findings here. They confirm the purpose of the device, to locate objects touched by the Force. Why would an arms dealer like Zerka hire mercenaries to find these items? Why risk war for a remote chance of finding something they cannot use? Once we became aware of what the device can do, we feared what Zerka might find in the depths of the Shrine of Contemplation. You should begin your search for the invaders there. Stop Zerka, and bring anything you find back to us. We have no time to play these games. In testing the device, we discovered things in the shrine that should be kept away from Zerka. Nothing that you are not already aware of. Do this for us, and your audience with the three will be secured.
You do good work. How you handled my incompetent colleagues back there. Beautiful. It will save me a lot of paperwork when I report back to Zerka. Why, thank you. No, I leave that to my companions. I'm here to navigate the ruins, spot the valuables, that kind of thing. But let me explain the situation, with a little added detail. The Voss keeps all kinds of dangerous objects lying around. That's why we're both here, yes? We know some would make powerful weapons. In the right hands. The Gormak understand this. I do have to hand it to them. Their ways with technology are impressive. Second only to Zerka. They could turn the right artifact into a new balance of power. Temper! Surely you want to know the importance of what you've stumbled upon. What you have there is the prize. It's a record of the Jedi's influence on the ancient Voss. Normally, I don't need an armed escort to retrieve historical documents, but in the right hands, this one could severely undermine the truce. We get the Voss and Gormak fighting again. This world is open to Zerka operations, weapon sales. Oh, the possibilities are endless. Thank you. Such recognition from someone with your talents. How refreshing. Now, I do need to be on my way, so I'm going to hand this chat over to my good friends here. It's been a pleasure.
Got you.
Where have you been?
Nico woi tapwai chakamrang. Kumongi woi he triole. Kum Nico wai bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun ei lam sayo. Nei so fundi ko naga neva ei aknagnan ni matan. Kwai kong ni bao li ching tong doro ngao. Nei so fundi ko naga neva ei aknagnan ni matan. Huavaska, bam ki na kung ham trong wang lao, da chao trok siya. Nei so fundi ko naga neva ei aknagnan ni matan. Kum Nico wai bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun ei lam sayo. Dan foi vutagan achnan chok tontei. Vebegor ne so fun. Nei so fundi ko naga neva ei aknagnan ni matan. Nico woi tapwai chakamrang. Kumongi woi he triole. Huavaska, bam ki na kung ham trong wang lao, da chao trok siya.
I look forward to hearing them. Kodum is right. You have done much to be commended for, Outsider. The three have taken notice of the progress the initiative has regained. They know who deserves the credit for this accomplishment. What you've done here may seem insignificant when compared to your other accomplishments, but I assure you, you have left quite the mark on this project. Because I appreciate all of your tireless efforts, I am compelled to warn you. Through your decisions, you have given Kodum much power in the Shrine Restoration Initiative. I understand your reasoning for this. The three may not. You must prepare for this eventuality when you meet them.
It is time. The three have asked you to appear before them. Despite your decisions, they are eager to speak with you. They are waiting for you now.
I'm getting the sense that the three aren't happy with you.
It is not that. There are unresolved questions.
What are you talking about?
When the Eternal Empire threatened the galaxy, my presence in your alliance was understandable. But much has changed. The Outsiders' wars no longer concern Voss. We have our own struggles. The three want to know why I do not return and continue my duties as a mystic. After I joined the Alliance, I no longer had access to interpreters who could derive meaning from my visions. For the first time, my actions were determined by my own decisions, and a Voss who chooses to remain with outsiders is a Voss who is forever looked upon with doubt.
Your place won't always be guaranteed. If something happens, don't blame me when the Voss won't take you back.
The choices I have made are mine, and I do not regret them. I seek a greater purpose, beyond what I found as a mystic. I still have much to do before I find it, but there is no better person to learn from than you. I've kept you too long. The three will be wondering what has delayed you.
Outsider, do you understand the importance of this meeting?
We really don't need all the fanfare and ceremony. Just give me the information I need.
We go against our own beliefs to share knowledge with you. You should acknowledge that sacrifice.
There has been a vision. Its contents are disturbing.
Life will be reshaped. Scales unbalanced.
A wave of change rises and falls, beyond the reach of Darth Malgus.
And as he dreams, he awakens a great power. One that will tear the galaxy apart.
Pretty words, but I was hoping for something I could use against Malgus.
It is always useful to be prepared. That is the gift we offer you.
Should Darth Malgus perish, this catastrophe will transpire more quickly.
There's something you're not telling me.
We have no reason to lie.
Then what can I do? Why tell me any of this?
You are familiar with the visions experienced by our mystics. The role these prophecies play?
I don't listen to prophecies. I make my own way.
That is what concerns us.
The mystics experience visions, the unfailing beacons of truth our people follow.
And from these revelations, the interpreters show us the path, the decisions we must make to preserve our home, our way of life.
But in this vision, we see no outcome. There is nothing to guide us. The interpreters are united in its meaning.
The three, the Voss. We can do nothing. We are powerless.
This shrouded prophecy will come to pass. The foundations will be shaken, the pillars raised. The chaos is unavoidable. But whatever is to come from this, it is you who will choose the fate of us all.
Our destiny is in the hands of an outsider. Do you see why we shield our people from this?
I'm tired of being responsible for the consequences of every decision.
You can fight against destiny, but it is inescapable.
Whatever part you play in this, enemy or ally, none of it will happen without you. You must be ready. We will be waiting.